Ed, we've been counting down until the moment you walked through that door, and you just did.
Oh.
Now what do we do?
Guess it's time to go, isn't it?
I know, stop it. Let me go through the list of necessity. First of all, the new single, Sing.
You like it?
Love it.
I love it. You know what?
Is that your jam?
Yeah, it's my
you
jam.
listen to that and go, this is my jam!
Hold on, girl. That's my jam. It's great. You know what? It's a different sound. I mean, what is a different sound? You are you, no matter what you sing. But it sounds different and fresh. I don't know. When you produce and when you perform a song like Sing, I mean, do you sit down and go, God, I need to be different?
No, I made that song by accident, just through, I made it with Pharrell, and just through him really pushing me and being like, man, you just gotta try this. And I'm like, no, man, it's not gonna work. And then when it started to work, he's like, I told you. So it literally happened by accident. And it being first single happened by accident as well. We had another first single planned, and just so many people would hear that song and go, blimey, God, that's a step in the wrong direction, or that's a step in the right direction, or just like, but they would talk about it. And what I love is like having people talk about it, because I find if I'd have released an acoustic track that might have made you cry, yes, everyone would have been like, oh, that's nice, and then kind of moved on to the next thing. But when I released this, everyone had an opinion. Like they were talking about it, and they could say they hated it, and they could say they loved it, but they were talking about it. So
you're saying when you started working on with Pharrell on this track, you did doubt it, like
Well, he came in with that riff. After like 10 ideas, he came in with that dum 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 riff, and he does this kind of neck snap thing where he's kind of in the groove, and he's just kind of looking at me being like, yeah. And I'm like, I don't know, man, this doesn't really sound like something I do. He's like, okay, cool. And moves on to the next one. And then I started absentmindedly playing that riff on the guitar. So I'm there going, dum, 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 dum. And he's looking at me with this kind of all-knowing look, being like, you know what you're playing? And I was like, oh, what am I playing? And then he pulls back up the riff and plays it, and he's like, that's right. Now you gotta like give me this, like just write on it, just try something. And I was pleasantly surprised how well it turned out.
So Ed, then going into a studio or going into wherever you go with another musician to collaborate, do you now say to yourself, you know what, I need to open my mind a little more?
Pretty much,
to what these people are saying.
I'm very, very open-minded now. Like I've done everything from sessions with Game or Rick Ross to Martin Garrix to Pharrell to whoever really. Like I'm very, very open-minded now. Just because music's there to be experimented with. It's you're not meant to be safe. Like if I wanted to make another acoustic record, I could have done, but that wouldn't have set the world on fire. And I kind of really want to set the world on fire in some ways.
I may cry.
Aww.
I may cry. The album Multiply comes out in June. We said to ourselves, oh, his new album will be called X.
Right.
Chris Brown's new album's called X, though. Like, we're going to have a showdown.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I'm not going to win. That guy's, like, stacked. He's got some muscles on him.
No, he'll beat you down. Yeah. But Multiply. It's about Multiply. What's wrong? We can say that.
What?
Chris Brown has a temper. He knows it. He admits it.
You got Ed squirming in his seat.
Oh, you're okay.
Do you know what? I'm always too honest in interviews, and then it always gets put in the press and kind of misquoted. So I've just stopped saying controversial things.
But it's a good thing we have cameras here to catch the look you get.
But can I say, it's so nice to have someone else in here who's pale, because Elvis, as soon as you said that, Ed's face turned bright red, and I'm like, I'm not the only one.
No, you're that translucent.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Let's talk about that.
Struggle is real.
One of the things we love about you is you are open. You just don't really stop before you say anything.
No.
But that's been getting you.
It hasn't worked out for me in the past couple of weeks.
Well, without mentioning too many names, I mean, you now that you have some friends who are celebrities, you'll give your opinion about them and say whatever you want, and sometimes maybe give away some secrets or something like that. Don't stop doing that. That's fun, Ed.
No, it's fun for you because you get a story out of it. It's not fun for me. I have to deal with the.
I don't need a story.
No, I
just want you to be honest with my audience.
Do you know what? Like I have no filter yet. I don't have the like USA professional filter that...
Don't do that.
I know, but like I feel like I do need it sometimes because I talk about things that I shouldn't really talk about.
No. You're talking about things that you want to talk about. Do you understand that's the secret of success? Your success is your honesty through your music, your honesty through what you say. Don't ever stop that. You may be sued or someone may want to kill you. Who cares?
You're real, Ed.
You're real.
That's
Shucks.
If you change that, I'll have to hurt you.
I won't change it, but I will put a little bit of a filter on some of the things I say. Some of them. Because some of them just aren't beneficial for anyone.
Boring!
What's the most trivial song you wrote?
Trivial.
Like just the most meaningless.
Like a song about a carrot or something.
Yeah. I love cake.
I'll play you it. I've got it on my phone. I wrote, it was we have a shop in England called John Lewis, which does a Christmas advert every year. And the Christmas advert always has a song on it. And I was like, do you know what? I'm going to write a song for all year round that can be in like spring, autumn, summer, winter. And so this is the most trivial song. It was literally just sitting there and trying exercise. It's called The World Keeps Spinning Round.
Okay. It's a happy song.
Yeah.
Well, the summertime is coming as the warm breath starts to blow. She will fall for spring like she's a domino. By his side, she begins to grow.
So it's like just a quite like.
I would buy that. How can that be?
Oh my gosh, I want to jump across this desk and strangle you. That's a hit. The act of actually putting your despair out there, telling the world that you did have something really crazy happen or someone stomped all over your heart. I mean, that's so giving. It makes me cry. But does it scare you a little to show that much of yourself, Ed?
You know what I've found, especially with the last record, and I think I'll find it again with this album, is my songs belong to me when I write them, and when I record them, they belong to me. But as soon as they're released, they belong to the public. So it's no longer a personal connection to me, which is why I think I can play them over and over again. So as soon as they come out, they belong to like Susie in Iowa, or like just any sort of person anywhere on the country or planet, I guess.
Right.
They just belong to people, and they're ingrained in people's lives and they're people's memories, and they're how people get through days, or how people like sit down and just chill. Or I don't know. So like I guess there's no real personal thing there after they're released to the public, because they are the public's property.
Have you ever written a song, and we don't have to say which one it was, and it was so personal, and then when you pushed send and it was out there and it was released, you said to yourself, oh God, it feels great to get this out. This really helps me.
Yeah, one of the first songs that I wrote for this album, it didn't actually make it on, but it was just in a stage. I'd got out of a very messy breakup, and I just needed to vent, and I just vented on a song for like 5 minutes, and none of it really rhymed, none of it really sounded good. But once it was out, it hasn't gone anywhere, I haven't pressed send, it's just on a hard drive somewhere, but like it was out, and I felt a lot better, and I was able to move on, I guess.
Good.
Yeah.
See, music does so much more than just keep us happy while we're stuck in traffic.
It's literally like Tony Soprano sitting down with the therapist. You literally sit down, unload, and then get back to your life.
Can we talk about what you did for the little girl?
Oh.
Well, I'm going to talk about it.
Okay.
Just for a second.
Yeah.
And this is, and by the way, this is not unique to you. This has happened to a lot of people who are looked up to by people who sometimes they're not feeling well and they're sick. And she passed away right after she received her wish of you on the phone with her.
Yeah. You know what I find with that situation, that it's so heartbreaking and so personal that I don't want to gain from that situation whatsoever. So the less I talk about it, the better, probably, because that's the family's prerogative whether they want to talk about it or not. And yeah, I don't want to gain, basically. And
I understand that. The reason I bring it up is I want everyone to know, whatever performer that you love listening to, if you know them, you've heard them, or even if you've never seen them, understand that they are real people, and they go to work every day like you go to work every day, and they go through heartache just like you. And you should do as they do. Use inspiration in life to move forward. And sometimes it's not happy. It's not always good. It's sad, and that's what life is all about. Life is ups and downs, but that's what makes you who you are. Recognize the down, recognize the up, and always be mindful for the feelings that you have. Never, ever discount any feelings you have, and they will make you who you are. You may not want to recognize them or talk about them, and that's fine. But you know when you've had a really bad day and someone screwed you over. You know when you've had loss. You know when you've had happiness. It's good to stop down and recognize those things because they make you an artist. No matter what you do in life, they make you who you are.
Man, you're like more morning DJ should be like you. Like you're not just talking fart jokes. You're actually talking like life stuff. So
let's talk about farting.
Yeah. All right.
Write a song about farting. Do you get pissed off, Ed, when people take your music and remix it and turn it into like a dance song and stuff like that? Are you okay with that?
I'm more than happy with that. I did the I See Fire song for The Hobbit, and this guy Kygo remixed it, and it's probably got more love than the original. Like it's amazing. It's like just one of these vibey songs that you just put on 3 o'clock in the morning and just sort of jam out to.
I love that. You should sue them anyway, but it's great. You love it. You can always follow Ed on Twitter at Ed Sheeran and Facebook and Instagram, Teddy's Photos. Before you leave, we want to give you a gift.
Okay.
You've given us the gift of your heart and your music. We want to introduce you to our best friend. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
This is wacky, waving, inflatable, arm flailing tube man. Turn him back on.
What happened to him?
There he is. Isn't he great? There he is, a little special gift. Here, bring him over. Bring him over. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing.
It's wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Isn't that what you always
Here, put him
wanted,
over
Ed?
here. Put him over this way. Watch this. You got to watch this thing. It's great. Oh my goodness. And there you go. A little gift for Ed Sheeran. All right, turn it off. Look, he matches your hair. We love it. You know what?
Was that your idea?
Oh, absolutely. We love him. You know what? Don't do pyro on tour. You just hook those up on stage, man, and the audience is going to love you in every city. There he is. All right. That's great. Thank you.
I like him a lot. What's his name?
Oh, his name is Wacky Waving Inflatable Arm Flailing Tube Man. All right. Turn it off. All right, thank you. Oh, boy. A start for a great Friday, isn't it?
It definitely woke me up, yeah.
We love you, Ed. Thank you so much for coming by.
Ed
Sheeran!